What's up, guys? Higgins in Japan here with another edition of the Friday video. The Friday video thing is a video that I make here in my car on Fridays as I'm driving home from work. As you can tell, it's dark outside, or it's getting dark outside. It's going to be dark outside soon. Either way, it's almost 7 o'clock at night and I'm finally headed home on this Friday, and I am beyond exhausted. I'm not sure what the word for being beyond exhausted is, because I am terrible at teaching English, apparently. But anywho, it is Friday and I'm headed home. You guys get to travel with me as I drive and as we go home. And I say we when I just mean myself, because you're not coming over to my house. Sorry, you're not invited. Maybe sometime. Maybe. Probably not, though. Anyways, I digress. Let's get on with it. We have two topics to talk about today on the way home. First topic being that of the interactive forum. Now, what is the interactive forum, you ask yourself, and then ask me? Well, I will answer you and tell you. The interactive forum is a forum that is held here in Ibaraki Prefecture every year. For second and third year junior high school students, so 8th and 9th graders, are able to participate in an English competition. This isn't a debate. This isn't a book report reading thing. I don't know what else to call it. It is an English competition. It gives the students the opportunity to show off their English speaking skills, which, quite frankly, in junior high, they don't get a huge amount of time to actually do that in the classroom, as opposed to, say, elementary school, where it's nothing but speaking, or 99% speaking. Junior high is the complete opposite, so it's all reading and writing and learning grammar points and a lot less speaking time. So it's quite impressive to see the students get up there and talk. Now, they've got 5 minutes to talk about a certain topic, and there's usually between 3 and 4 students from different schools in the area. There are 3 schools in my town, 3 junior high schools in this town, and so they have their own event. If you pass round 1, you go to round 2. Round 2 is held in a different town with more schools from this side of the prefecture. And anyways, so you've got, like I said, 5 minutes to talk about a certain topic in English. Now, you are given the topics ahead of time. It's not like you've just walked in the room and someone says, hey, you need to talk about this topic. The topics are given out ahead of time, so we can practice them, we can go over them. And something that I like to do, at least starting out with practice, I like to do, have the students write out their answers first. Now, I know that writing and speaking is different, but it allows the students to at least write. Did that guy just litter? Hey, I don't know. I would have pulled over and given him my 2 yen worth. That's not true. Anyways, I'm really tired. Anyways, so yeah, they're given the opportunity to kind of write down what they want their answer to be. Then we can go over that and then work on how it's supposed to sound. So that way, it's just, you know, a way to get them practicing getting their words out, which is good. So so like I said, second and third year students, there's 3 from each grade level that you pick, so you'll have 6 students total from your school. And yeah, basically you get a few weeks, in my case not enough weeks to practice, and then you go to competition, and first round of the competition is, like I said, the schools in your area, and you're divided up into teams of 3 in my case. And yeah, like I said, you got 5 minutes to talk about a certain topic. So topics range from things like my favorite things, which could be legitimately anything, My favorite season. I'm trying to think what the other topics were. My favorite country, and everyone's favorite. Do you think junior high school students should have cell phones? And so those are the topics, and then they just go through. Everybody gets their 5 minutes, and they're graded on. Now, I was a judge for a few years ago, and so the things that the judges look for is they look for, obviously they want to be able to hear and understand what your students are saying, but they also did the student try to control the conversation. There's a difference between showing initiative and showing high energy when you're in the group and having responses to things. There's a difference between that and just completely monopolizing the conversation, which you don't want to happen. And it can happen pretty easily if you've got one student that's fairly confident in their speaking skills, paired up with a student that's not. It's very easy for that one student that's not very confident to just sit there, and it's really hard. And as a judge, I saw it a couple of times where a student just wouldn't speak, and it's really hard to judge them in a speech competition if they're not speaking. So that's something that we had to work with the students with beforehand, and I told some of my students, listen, if you don't get your full time to talk or respond to the question, at least be trying to respond to the things that people are saying. Have a reaction. That's something is better than nothing. And so hopefully that works out. So that's interactive forum. Then there's multiple rounds that go all the way up through Ibaraki Prefecture, and as far as I know, Ibaraki is still the only prefecture in Japan that does this. So if you're coming to Japan to teach, you might not run into this at all, but maybe if you come to Ibaraki, which I suggest you do. I don't understand the hate. There's a lot of people that want to get out of Ibaraki, and I'm the only person that wants to stay. I don't get it. But anyways, yeah, so that's interactive forum. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good opportunity for you as a teacher to kind of get to know your students better, get to know their likes, their dislikes, get to know who they are as a person a little bit more. And it's an activity that's outside of class, and so sometimes they're more receptive and more open to communicating and working with you, and hopefully that's the case. Hopefully they're not just trying to wait for you to get out of the classroom so they can have a normal day. I don't know. And then the other thing I want to talk about is softball. And so we had 4 girls leave the team. They retired, third year students. So around this time of year, all the right before summer, all the third year students will stop playing sports. And the hope is that now that they've stopped playing sports, that they'll be studying for their high school entrance exams, which are very similar to college entrance exams in the States. So students have to take a test. It's like a placement test. If you do well enough, you get a good enough score, then you can hopefully go to the high school that you want to go to. And so the hope is that at this point in the year, the students will have an opportunity to really study, because summer break's coming up, and then you've got another semester, and then winter break, and then the last semester. And last semester of school is crazy because it's tests and all kinds of stuff to get them out of junior high. And so the hope is that at this point, they'll be able to be studying for their entrance exams and stuff like that for high school. So we had four girls leave, and so that means now other people have to step up, and we lost our pitcher, our catcher, oh goodness, third baseman and first baseman. So we did have a lot of girls join this year, but first years sometimes take a while to kind of get into the swing of things, and we've got a lot of second year girls that are all going to be playing, and so trying to find spots, trying to find, all that kind of good stuff, places for people on the team, places for people to fit in. And practice went long today, not because it went longer than usual, but it just felt like it went long because I was just dead tired. But I was like, no, I'm not just gonna go home and not go to practice even though it's Friday, and I just want to lay down and not move. But that being said, it's getting darker. I'm almost home. There's videos that I put out this week. I think by the time this video comes out, there will be another video. Did a collaboration video with some guys here. We each tried one of the new sandwiches from McDonald's, and by the time that video comes out, those sandwiches have already been taken off the menu, so you won't be able to try them. But they were good. At least the one that I had was good. And there's actually new stuff coming out now. There's a Japan burger and an American burger from 1955. Basically, that's the original burger from McDonald's in the States versus the original burger in Japan. So go out, rock the vote, vote or die, whatever those other catchphrases in the 90s were about getting out to vote, and buy your favorite burger to support your country of choice, whether it be the United States or the Japanese burger. Choose wisely. And with that, that will conclude something. The video's over. Have a good one, guys. As always, questions or comments, go in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Head over to facebook.com/Higgins in Japan. All that good stuff. Have a good one, guys. Have a good weekend. I'm going to go home and think about making something for dinner, or probably just order something, because that's a lot easier and I'm tired. So, have a good one, guys. Peace.